James Gunn, the director of the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and DC Comics The Suicide Squad, says cinema is dying. I mean, yeah. Like, even I can see this. And I wear glasses. And I'm pretty stupid. So you gotta know he's right. Okay, so let's be real about this one. Cinema is never going to be the same again. Going to the theater, sitting there in a packed house, full of 1,000 people in one giant IMAX screen, we might never get there again. A lot of theaters around the world might never reopen again. The film experience will never be the same again. And this goes for all films, from the smallest indie to the biggest blockbusters. It's just how it is. That's the future. Now recently, when talking about cinema, when talking about the future, James Gunn has been talking about the death of cinema, and specifically what he thinks is going to happen with genre films and all that. And he says he believes that cinema is kind of going to go in a different direction. And he specifically talks about the mid-level commercial films and independent films going forward, because they're going to have a hard time in theaters. Horror films, for example, those are going to be in trouble. Now, you have to agree with him. I mean, my favorite film of last year was Midsummer. I saw that film twice in theaters. Both times, there was less than 10 people. Again, these were not big films, right? It's not your Avengers blockbuster. It's not your big DC event Aquaman film. It's a mid-tier, lower-tier indie film for all intents and purposes. And again, are people gonna want to show up to that and risk their life possibly for that? Yeah, probably not. People are going to pick and choose what's most important, and the big comic book films are the ones that people are going to want to watch, because again, those are established. They're a safe bet. So James Gunn saying that sort of the death of cinema is coming, I mean, yeah, he's right. There's nothing wrong with what he's saying, because he's 100% correct. It can't be the same again. It never will be the same again because of the nature of how everything is changing. Now, obviously, James Gunn comes from that small indie factor. His first couple films were not big. They were small little things, so he understands. And he's lucky he's in the position he's in now that he's a big blockbuster director. But other directors are not going to have a good time. And if you're in film school right now and you're trying to, build yourself up and hope for a future where you can put out an indie film and then maybe you're going to get on the radar, it's going to be a lot harder for you. And that's just sort of the reality. It's unfortunate, but that's where we're at now.